Oh, welcome back. Got my Fcx24 lemur sitting here, and I haven't done anything with this for a while. So I was out at a crawler competition, and I was talking to a guy there, Keith, and he let me use one of his kinetic bungee cords for the comp. We were sitting around talking about our mini crawlers, and he said he has 3 lemurs, and to put the lc80 links on it, and I would really like it. And he said it gives it a little bit more length. And I think with these, it looks like what we have under here now, these are a Y up top. So with those being like that, I probably can't see too good on the camera. There you go. I can see the Y connector. Okay, there it is. You can see that Y going up through there. And that is kind of like the Fcx24 is how it has that Y. And these are 4 links. So I'm going to have to probably figure out how I'm going to mount those. It shouldn't be too horrible. But I am going to get these links out. And we can take a quick look at them before I start assembling them. See if I can get this one open or not. Wow, I'll just cut that open too. Problem with those Ziploc bags, I don't have any fingernails. Well, okay, here we go. So these are a nice looking little link, and they got some weight to them. And I went ahead and said, if I'm going to do it, I might as well get the high clearance links. So I got these ones. Here's all of our mounting hardware. It's going to take me a while to screw all these ball ends on. But I'm going to get on that, and I'll get back with you. We'll get this disassembled and see how it goes. I'm just kind of wondering. It looks like it's probably going to give me maybe 5 to 10 millimeters of length. I'll measure them. I'll measure my wheel length before and afterwards here. From what I can tell, it looks like somewhere right around 133, 134 millimeters. We're going to go with that. So here is our lower links side by side. I'll put it on that end a little bit easier to see. You can see we're gaining quite a bit of length. Let me get my measuring device out here. It looks like we are getting really close to 10 millimeters out of that. So it might be like a gain of total close to 20 millimeter gain. That'd be pretty awesome. And also, they give you a lot of link end choices. They give you straights, bents, but they give you these 2 guys. And where we have that Y connector, I believe if I put these 2 together like this, it will form our Y connector. And so that's pretty cool how I think that's going to work out. And I believe also the way it's going to go with the shocks, because the way these are, your shock is kind of doubled up with the link. So I think it's going to put, you have this end up in the top, which is like these ends. On the bottom you have this crazy thing with the shock to go through. So what I think happens is you get this, and then you'll end up using, they give you these spacers. Let me find one. There's one. These little spacers. I think that will go in the inside of the shock, and then there's the link, and then that'll go on the outside. That way it'll replace that shock the way it hooks up. Well, I didn't end up using those links like I thought in the Y connection. I ended up going to the outsides. And this is how I have built this thing. I can't say that it's right or wrong. It's not exactly like there's instructions on this. This is just kind of a custom deal. But it all works good. The suspension works good. But our drive shaft, yeah, it's pretty well non-existent. I thought that might be an issue, which is fine. I'm just going to order the lc80s. I had a good idea I was going to have to do that from the beginning. But I mean, it looks like it articulates fine. It definitely push that rear end out quite a bit, and it sets nice and level. So I mean, the links are going to work pretty good. I just have to get longer drive shafts now, so I'm going to finish bolting that up. I just wanted to try to get in close so you can see how I did all this, how I did my hardware, because it was a little bit interesting. I ended up reusing the ball ends from the stock links just because they fit in there a little bit nicer. And then I've got those spacers down there through the shocks. Like I said, that worked out pretty good. But instead of having those two pieces going in the middle and the back, I just put one on each side. It all threaded in pretty nice. Well, so far so good. Just gotta get those links ordered and we'll be right back. Still waiting on my drive shafts, but I went ahead and put the rest of the links in, and look at that. We're like right at 159 millimeters. That is a huge gain. Well, we get the tires back on. Hopefully these guys will get in the mail and get this thing back on the off-road. The links have arrived in the mail. Well, hopefully these little guys will replace these ones just fine. Let's get them out and see how they look lengthwise. They should work just fine, I'd imagine. Oh, pretty amusing inside the box. Endura Christmas stickers. That's awesome. I gotta be honest, I think Endura is probably my favorite company for buying affordable RC parts for, especially for my crawlers. They got the price right, and so far it's all been really good quality stuff. Okay, so that would be full extension. Let's pull this thing over here. Oh yeah, well, there we go. We got plenty of room for axle travel. I'm gonna get these mounted up. It's just 2 quick screws on each side, 4 in total, and we will take it out to the crawl spot and see how it does. Well, here we are out at the crawl spot. I got the drive shafts in, and it was not as easy peasy as I thought. Those cullet screws on the inside by the motor, they must have put those in with the transmission removed, because wow, I had to undo the frame rails and pry it open and found a slot I could fit the driver through on both sides, but it was a very tight fit. But I think this is going to work out pretty good. Oh, we're out here. Let's give it a drive around and see how much better it is. And off we go. I made that skinny. It barely fits through there. But it did. Definitely needs some more turning. Oh, I touched it. All right. You're gonna straddle this. I can definitely tell you is I need a little bit more steering. I think more importantly, more flex. So I need longer shocks. Probably be where I go next on this. Other than that, really solid mod. Oh, I can tell the way that's leaning down, that won't go well unless I get over some. There we go. And my FCX, this lemur couldn't have done this before. Now the biggest problem is it needs a little bit more steering. Figure out how that can be done. Maybe we can back up just a little bit, get our wheels pointed this way. I might clip that cone. Yeah, oh, I am. Oh, but I did knock it over. And a little bit more flex, which I think just comes from having these short shocks. Alright everybody, though I think that's going to do it. It's a good test. I like the mods. I'll leave a link for the stuff. Thank you, Keith, for giving me this idea. As the lc80 links really made a huge difference on our little crawler. That little thing got some good stability now. Alright guys, catch you later.